Speaking of Kevin Durant, I said on Friday, and I guess it's gone viral. I said it on Fox Sports Radio here on this show with Jonas Knox filling in for Rob Parker, that
So finally you say something that goes viral. Is that it?
No, I've said a few things that have gone viral.
But I wasn't
Stop trying to hate the Habot. The Habot. See? I said that the Golden State Warriors winning the championship without Kevin Durant is his worst nightmare coming to pass. And I'm not saying they're better without KD. I think it's a legitimate question. And I think it's one that is in the process of being answered, yay or nay. We have to wait and see, can they beat Milwaukee or Toronto without Kevin Durant? But anyone who says, oh, it's not even a question, no, come on. All the numbers are in favor of them being better without Kevin Durant. They score more points. They win by a higher margin. In the playoffs, in these playoffs, they were winning by 4 points a game with Kevin Durant. They're winning by 10 points a game now without him. Their shooting percentage is higher. Their three-point shooting percentage is higher. They're scoring more points per game. And remember, they went 7-4 with KD in the first and part of the second round. Theoretically, at least, they have faced stronger teams late in the second round, still Houston, and in the conference finals. Supposedly, the deeper you go, the more difficult it's supposed to be. So against more difficult opposition, they've gone 5-0 or 4-0 without KD.
Only problem I have is in the finals, it's not even close, the difference. And that's where we'll see how
What's
great.
not close?
How the Warriors were 7-6 without KD in the finals and 8-1 with KD.
Well,
I'm just gonna wait and see.
Okay. No, that's fair.
Because I'm
not saying they're better without him.
I'm not. I'm just saying if Steph can pull this off, it changes the narrative for me. If Steph can't pull it off, his narrative to me, it remains what I've been saying, which is we'll wait.
It'll never be the Gimot.
What?
The greatest mirage of all time. That's ridiculous.
If he loses, if they lose in the finals, you're going to tell him Steph.
Is he the only player that will have lost in the finals? The only all-time great?
It'll be on Steph. I'm just telling. It'll be on him.
It'll be on the team. But no,
I don't want to get sidetracked.
But that's fair.
I don't want to get sidetracked.
But to say he's a mirage still won't be fair. I don't care if they get swept in the finals. That's ridiculous. The dude is awesome. But anyway, back to KD. And let me say this final thing, Rob. On that note, they don't have to be better without KD. They just have to still be the best team in the world without KD. And I call this his worst nightmare coming through because for 3 years, Kevin Durant has heard people belittle him for going to the Warriors. His own GM, Bob Myers, at the parade last year, joked about, well, Steph's been here since way, way back, and KD just got here. It was a joke, but we know how sensitive KD is.
He's
probably bothered him.
Most sensitive of all time.
Walt Clyde Frazier, another top 50 player of all time, said there's an asterisk in his mind next to KD's greatness. His own teammate, Draymond Green, went off on him in November and said, we don't need you, leave. And I've talked to players. We had Enes Kanter, his former teammate, who knows, as everybody does, how great KD is. He said on this very show that around the league, most players look a little side-eyed at those championships, as great as KD is.
But I don't buy into that from this standpoint.
I'm just telling you, he said it.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying
for the interview.
I don't buy into people telling him if he came on the team and didn't do anything and they won the championships and Steph was the MVP and he would basically became a Chris Bosh. Then maybe I could buy.
I don't even diss Bosh.
But I could buy into that.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Bosh isn't KD.
Okay, but this guy went and won the MVP in the finals. They swept LeBron. They beat him twice, 4-1. Very easy piece of cake. I just can't look at people and take them seriously when they act like KD didn't do anything or just showed up.
No, but what they're saying,
hitch their wagon to.
No,
I get it.
What do you get? Get what?
I get that about joining a team that had already won and all that. But I'm just saying, to act like he didn't do anything is misguided.
No, I agree.
And uninformed. That's all I'm saying.
He is clearly their best player.
Okay, that's all I'm talking about.
I haven't heard anybody say he's not their best player. And he was the legitimate finals MVP
No
in
doubt
those
about
two
it.
finals.
No doubt.
And Steph was great too. So that's where, see, you go overboard though.
But he wasn't great enough.
He was great enough. They won the 2 championships.
Yeah, but Steph wasn't great enough.
He was great enough. See, I can't get, I'm objective on this show.
I'm objective.
You're not. If you
What are you
say
talking
Steph,
about?
when he averaged
So if I disagree
28, 9, and 8, and that wasn't great enough?
If I disagree with you, I'm not objective.
No, you're not looking at the facts.
I am.
You
That's
gonna
all
tell
I
me,
know.
Rob G, get Steph's
I'm a
numbers.
newspaper
get
reporter.
Steph's
Look at my
numbers
history.
from 2017. You're not objective with Tom Brady.
I went to Columbia Journalism
I
School.
don't care if you created journalism. All right? Get Steph's numbers from the 2017 finals. It was almost a triple-double on 49% shooting.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
And that wasn't great.
And you know what? Despite what he did, nobody voted for him at Finals
That's
MVP.
fine. He was great. Kevin Durant was greater. I have no problem saying that. But to sit here and act like Kevin Durant was the only player great, he averaged 27, 8, and 9. Come on, man.
How many turnovers? How many guys
that
did he
don't
defend?
matter. I mean, so anyway, I said, here's the thing with KD. For all those people who diminished him or who belittled him, who crushed him, including you, for going to a championship team that won 73 games
I crushed
the
him.
next year, this team winning the championship without him will validate in those people's minds. I won't diminish him.
And
it does diminish it a little.
And if he
because you need to be needed.
And if he
this
loses,
would say you're not needed.
If they lose, then what would that do to him? Say Steph already gets to the finals and they lose.
It shows that he led a team to 2 championships. A great team to 2 championships.
Because I think that's going to be the narrative after they lose the final.
That's the thing.
Play.
If they lose without him, it will boost his 2 championships.
And
now look,
right.
let me qualify this. He is a champion.
No, I get it.
Okay, this is not to say right. He is a champion.
I'm not thinking
those
that you're
2
trying to
rings
do
are
that.
legitimate.
I got that. I
but
got that.
If they lose without him, it will lift those championships up, right? They'll mean a little more. If they win without him, they'll mean a little less. Is that fair?
That's fair because you'll look at it if they lose. Say they lose. You'll say Steph choked down the 3-1 that they were up, right? Steph was the leader.
But you
I
might.
would.
I don't think it was choking.
He choked it down.
LeBron took it.
And then the other one that they won was when Kyrie and Love were hurt. I'm just saying.
No,
so
right.
That's the way it could be.
They'll never be viewed as great without him.
Am I right?
Right. No question. That's
that team
fair.
that started out where you thought after they won the 73, had they won, they were up 3-1. Ever since then,
they've had KD.
And it's gone well.
That's right.
But that's one of those things. I look at them now, and I don't think that you ever look at them as one of the greatest.
Well,
teams
if they win it, you will, and that's what remains to be seen. They're not going to lose. Trust.
Oh, you already know that.
They're going to win. But anyway, KD responded to me on Twitter. I called it worst nightmare. Of course, Rob G. What did he say on Twitter?
He replied, I see a little exaggeration there, buddy. My worst nightmare? You sure that this is the worst that it could get?
And that's true. Of course. There are things that can happen that are way worse. But it was a figure of speech. You know what I'm saying, Rob?
No, I get it.
It's a figure of speech. Of course. Off the court, even on the court, there are worse things that could happen. A serious career-threatening injury, a season-threatening injury. So,
and it's hard to.
But it's a figure of speech.
It's hard to paint a picture for a guy who's making that kind of loot, already won 2 championships, 2 MVPs,
and came from humble beginnings.
Life is pretty good,
right? So I get that.
Good.
So he, literally speaking, he's right. But people know what I mean. As a basketball player, as an all-time great with legacy ramifications, this is a nightmare scenario if they win without him, with all the things that have gone on. So KD responded, and that's not the first. KD and I have gone back and forth on DMs and direct messages and all that stuff. When he doesn't like something I say, he goes back and forth. He liked the tweet too, right?
Can I say this though before you go there?
Yeah.
The reason, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm with all seriousness, there was an editor at the Detroit News who once hit me up, called me up because somebody sent in a bad email about a column that I wrote. And so I was like, oh, okay. So he's talking to me, telling me about this email. And I said, oh, okay. I said, I wish I could take this seriously from you, but I can't. This means nothing coming from you because you've never called me when someone wrote something nice about me.
So you said that to the
editor.
Right.
For you to call me now because somebody sent something negative negates what you say. And I say the same thing about KD to you. Has KD ever hit you up with something positive that you said about him, Chris? That's why this means nothing. It can't be a one-way street. If he would have said to you, Chris, I saw you today. Your point was on point. Nobody's ever said that about me. I thought that was...
That's fair.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just hit me up because you're not only negative about him, you said good things about him as well. For somebody not to give you compliments, you just can't take negative feedback.
Right.
Hey,
that's a good point.
I'm telling you out there in the world, if somebody doesn't have anything nice to say about you when you do something good, do not listen to their criticism. It's not a one-way street.
I hadn't thought about that.
Seriously.
That's a great point. I hadn't thought about that.
He's never done that.
Right.
And that negates it.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. And I have no problem with players coming at us. Because, look, that's what we do. We are...
I've been screamed at in locker rooms and everything.
Right.
I've known
I have no problem with a player clapping back. You know? And I look, I don't think KD should be clapping back at random fans who might have 100 followers. But I have no problem with him clapping back at the media because he feels like that's what we do with him. That's fine. So this is no problem. But your point is good. Seriously. If he would come at me with, like you said, with some positive things too.
Once in a while.
It would resonate a little more.
Because it's a give and take.
Right.
This is just like you're isolated, you pick something out you didn't like and whatever. I've told guys that before. I said, and when I told my editor that, oh, no, I don't mean it like that. I said, no, you do mean it like that. Because you can't tell me. I've been here 9 years. Nobody's ever sent you a nice about my column. So how come you've never called me on that?
Right.
Because you don't have an answer.
It's true.
You don't have an answer.
All right, your turn to weigh in. 877-99 on Fox. Would it be Kevin Durant's worst nightmare if the Warriors win another title without him? 877-99 on Fox. We will continue the conversation with you next.
Yo.
What's happening?
KD go cry when they win without him. And you know Draymond go give it to him.
And if they don't win, I can't wait for you. I want you to call back when they don't win.
Oh, you know I'm going to call back.
And then you'll be like, well, what'd you expect? They didn't have KD. I mean, this is the thing that kills me. Everybody's so premature because they beat a terrible Rockets team. And
terrible? Hold on, stop it.
They're terrible.
When you say things like
terrible.
that, you invalidate your point.
Houston's terrible.
Stop it.
They couldn't win.
They very well might be the second best team in basketball.
They're horrible. That team, I don't trust them. All right, appreciate the call. Ron in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Ron?
Hey, what's up, fellas? This is like my third time getting in. Love the show, man. Love it.
Thank you.
I want to feed off what Ross said about somebody saying something good about you, and you don't listen to them if they never did, and if they say something bad, don't listen. I like that point. So y'all remember Draymond Green begged this man to come to the team. And then he called them the B word and said, we did it before you, right?
Right.
So why did you beg this man to come to your team?
Thank you.
To me, it's not a nightmare. It's not a good thing because they definitely need him, but
well, what if they win it? If they win it without him,
it doesn't diminish what's happened. It doesn't diminish totally what's happened.
No, not totally at all.
Yeah, it don't diminish.
But a little bit, it looks like they don't need you if they win it without you.
And if
they didn't need him before,
they already won. Right? They begged him.
Begged him to come.
Steph even gave up his lunch money for him to come.
Look,
and the team.
But Rob, this is the truth. If they lose without him, it boosts those two championships a little bit. They're legitimate regardless.
It definitely does.
But if they win it without him, it diminishes them slightly.
I just want to see the narrative when they lose. That's all.
Hey,
but what you gonna do if they win?
Nothing. I'll do what I did with Tom Brady.
You gonna give Steph his prize? See? You in that category, like you said. Tom Brady's looking at you like you looking at your former editor.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you don't give me props, Rob.
I
Don't
said
expect
Tom
me to
Brady's
listen
a
to.
great quarterback. You know what? You want to put me to
Have you said he's the GOAT?
He's not the
He
GOAT.
is the GOAT.
Joe Montana's
you still
the
sticking
GOAT.
on Joe Montana.
Hey, Mike in North Kakalaki. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports
Carolina,
Radio.
for those that speak English.
Yes.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing great, Mike.
Kevin Durant.
Hey, Mike, you got to turn your radio down and we can hear ourselves in the background.
Okay, Kevin Durant should sleep easy because he helped them put their worst nightmare away, LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, because they couldn't do nothing with LeBron when they barely won the first one with LeBron by himself. And they saw LeBron
6
every
games.
year.
Is that barely? They won 3 straight.
They
won the last 3 games.
They won the first one because Kyrie got hurt, and they still couldn't stop LeBron. Only when Durant
They
got
beat him
there,
in
he
6
put LeBron-
games. Won 4 of the last 5. How's that barely?
He put LeBron to rest for them for good. That's why they got
I give
him.
you that. I do agree with that. Like, I think if KD's not there, that
for the
Cleveland
call,
Golden
Mike.
State series, that's Bird Magic type rivalry.
No, I got it.
And who knows who would have won the 2? Maybe they would have split, Let's go to Jared in Australia. Yo,
Jared,
we are huge
Boy.
down under. We love the folks down under,
Jared,
man. Thanks
Jared,
for calling.
Jared, where are you calling from in Australia?
Melbourne,
okay.
Great to hear from you.
yeah. Good to hear you guys. Look, I think because the Warriors did it without Durant before, it'll just show that they can do it again if he's not going to be there and they win without him. Not really sort of a similar sport. It's sort of like, how the Patriots won without Gronkowski. I mean, Gronkowski's as great as he was. They could win with or without him. I mean, I know it's not really a similar
But
sport.
I know what you mean. Right.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. You get the point. Yeah.
All right.
Good
Thank
point.
you.
Appreciate
Thank you, Jared.
it. And thanks for the support down under.
Let's go to Lewis in Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing good.
Listen, I think it'll be remembered, but I don't think it'll tarnish his legacy. But they're only going to win the title if they face Toronto without him. I don't see them having an answer for the Greek Freak without Kevin Durant.
I would be
because their
shocked if they
bigs-
beat them. I
all of
agree.
their bigs will dominate. All of their bigs will dominate that series without KD there.
I think Milwaukee will be tough for them for
Chris
for
got
sure.
Golden State
No, I
winning.
got Golden State. Milwaukee's slow.
What
That's
happened
one
to
of the
Giannis
things
as the
about him.
MVP? Now
No,
you
he
turning on
is.
him?
That doesn't mean
You
he's
just
going to win
gotta-
the championship
you just
just because he's MVP.
You just got a Steph light skin thing
No,
going.
no. Golden State, I'm watching. I'm critiquing what I'm watching. I'm not coming in with a preconceived notion.
Who are you
like
talking about?
You're just gonna hate on the Warriors no matter what.
No, I'm
they
not.
could win tonight by
How-
shutout,
Well, I picked
and
them-
you would hate on the Warriors.
But before the season, I picked them to win the championship. So why am I hating on
yeah,
them?
but that was with KD. Because
Jamel.
you couldn't give the light-skinned brothers props. That's what this is all about. I know.
Jamil in Indianapolis. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jamil?
Hey, how you doing, Rob and Chris?
What's
Great,
up?
man. Great.
Hey, I listen to y'all all the time.
Thank you, brother.
Yep, appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree with Rob on this one. And I was going to say, if people want to put an asterisk by Kevin Durant 2 titles, then why don't they put an asterisk by LeBron 3 titles?
You mean 2? If you're talking about
You're talking
Miami.
about the 2 in Miami, right?
Yeah. The one in Cleveland wasn't
Oh, yeah.
comparable
I
to
mean,
that.
if you're going to say that, I agree. I mean,
Well, I will say this. As good as Wade and Bosh were, they're not winning a championship without LeBron.
and LeBron's not winning one without
those two
them.
were not winning championships.
LeBron's
He
not
did
winning
win-
without them.
He did win one without
Yeah,
them.
but he had a star. He got 2
but
stars.
Who hasn't had a star?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I figured.
No, but
Mike,
but I'm just.
that was a mic drop.
No, it wasn't. Don't do it, Sam. Sam, do not do. Sam, just
Thank you, Sam.
Sam.
We homeboys, man. That's Iowa Sam. You know,
You know what,
this.
Sam? I'm on the
you
phone.
You know this.
That Odd Couple hoodie I ordered for you, I'm going to cancel.